Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War stream. As you guys know, we got ourselves a Vault event today. So basically how Vault events normally go down is we just spam a bunch of battles. And then we get even more loot than normal. One interesting thing about Vault events is similar to the previous Vault event. It is now buffed more than normal. Actually, we can't even see our pity key timer because it is currently being blocked by a pet, which you tend to get almost every hour of some amount of people in your guilds doing PvP. However, there are two main ways to farm it. One is if you want to go get pets, if you don't already have one active, repick casual PvP until you get a weak battle. However, this might not be as effective of a method this time around because we had a task at the beginning of the week that required us to do a bunch of PvP. But you can just simply quick kill these with a nice quick kill team. Something similar to a Rowan quick kill. And that's actually what we're going to be doing for the other method, which is find a nice, easy Explore 1, 2, or 3 and go spam it like crazy. So we're currently on Explore 1. We'll probably raise it to Explore 3 since we could pretty easily one-shot it. Make sure to change over to Armor since we are using a Rowan build. Since, oh gosh, I don't have any armor set. Well, let's go set one with Armor then, and it'll be good to go. And yeah, that's all we really need to do. Keep doing that over and over and over again, and we will get tons of loot. That is the game plan for this weekend. And one really specific thing that we're looking for is an epic vault key. This is every single time you get a vault key from a normal drop, not specifically from the pity key thing, but specifically from a gnome drop. It has a 10% chance that that key will be a epic vault key, but a 90% chance it'll just be a normal vault key. We got over the drop rate last time and did not end up getting it, or over the drop rate as in we didn't get any. Like we did bad on it as far as drop rate. However, hopefully we'll get it this time around because it's supposedly a 10% chance per every single time you get one of those keys. And I think we got 18 last time. Actually, I don't have a counter up. Let me go get a counter. We'll just use the last. Actually, I don't know. Maybe we'll make a different one. Actually, I'm just gonna use the epic vault key counter and use it as a let's see, epic vault keys. Would you like to move the epic vault key field? Why does the other one keep moving? Fine, I'll move that. There we go. Why is it still picking the thing that's hidden? You know what? I'm gonna lock that layer. There we go. Okay, it's still being weird. Why? What's it trying to grab right now? It's trying to grab something. And I can't figure out what. Must lock all the fields. How is it still grabbing something else? Wow. Let's see. We will eventually get it to grab this text. How many fields are over top the thing? There we go. Let's go change this one into the total. Let's see, because we don't really need an epic vault key counter. That number is not changing anytime soon. Let's see. Vault keys 0. That number is definitely not changing anytime soon, if even at all this stream. Of course, we want it to. Doesn't mean it will. But anyways. Hello, everyone. Hope all of you been doing well today. Let's see. Hello, Simpleman. Hello, Kalthus. Hello, Two Scoops. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Remiford. Hello, Late Gaming. Hello, Sperm. Hello, Stardust. Hello, Scout Tank. Hello, Neiltur. Hello, DeCrail. Hello, Haley. Hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. We'll take that over. Get our Rowan in there. And also happy 9/11. Oh, not to be happy about it, but you know what I mean. Let's see. And if I'm not mistaken, it's the 19th anniversary of it, too. Wonder if they'll do anything big for the 20th. Let's see. Take that one over. Hello, Higuri. Welcome. I'll kill that out. Should be able to one-shot with every single one of these bursts. Should be able to. But yeah, pretty much the entire plan for Volt Event is, of course, grind out Explore. Can get a little bit repetitive over time. However, we will have a redeem code this stream, as we normally do. Exactly when we'll hand it out, I am not sure. Maybe once we hit 5 Vault Keys total. Maybe even counting Pity. We'll see how many Vault Keys we get. It will either count Pity or not count Pity. I think it will count Pity. We'll go to 5, or not the stream, but we'll hand out a redeem code at 5 keys, 5 Vault Keys, which includes Pity keys. Oh, that might be too quick. I'm not sure. It should be after about an hour. I forget how long it took us last time to get 5 Pity keys. It was a bit more than an hour. Might have been a couple hours, actually. I completely forget. We'll find out. So far, 0 gnomes, so not making much progress on it, are we? But they are out there. They tend to hide in clumps. Only a matter of time before we see a gigantic burst of them. But hello, Lars! Welcome! Gosh, that's a bit tart in the morning. Sparkling water. I was not expecting that. Normally I don't drink it, like more towards the morning side. And my taste buds are still kind of weird because of the morning. Oh, also, I forgot to mention that. I kind of forgot to go get the last few kills yesterday for our brown objective. So it's got 100 gems now. We should have had 100 gems yesterday. And it had like 20 gems likely today. So I just missed out on 20 gems. But yeah, do make sure to always get those done. Especially if it's a bigger one. Because if you don't get it done, it does carry over to the following day. However, even though it carries over to the following day, you don't get a new one for that day. So do make sure to always do those if you have the time. Especially when they're just the kill 100 thing. Those take like no time at all. The other one is pretty quick as well, but I forgot to finish the last little bit. I think had like literally like 10 brown kills or something left. So I kind of forgot about it by the end of the stream and then never bothered finishing it out after the nighttime. So that was a slight fail, but oh well. At most we lost 100 gems, and most likely we only lost 20 gems, so not too big a deal. We'll make it back within like less than an hour of doing this. Probably even less than that. Like 15 minutes, 30 minutes of doing this, we easily made that back. And if it was 20 gems, probably even smaller than that. Because every Vault Key, I theoretically value at about 80 gems. The game itself values them at about 120 gems. But based on the average that you tend to get, I would say about 80 gems. Because some are worth like literally 0. And then others are worth like 100, 150, like a, up to about 400 or 500. Actually, the most you can get out of a Vault Key is, a normal Vault Key, is 300 gems, because of course the 20% increase now, so it is possible to get a 300 gem drop. I haven't gotten it since they updated it, though, with the difficulty. Up, first gnome, and it's a glory gnome, so all of its drops are good. Actually, all these have gem value drops as well. Its worst drop is worth about 9 gems. Oh, wow! Well then, the Vault Key. I was not expecting that. We got a Vault Key drop before we got a Epic Vault Key drop. I mean, not that. I mean, we got a... That's not what I meant to say. We got a Vault Key drop prior to a Pity Vault Key drop, is what I meant to say. Let me go update this number. 1 plus 0. The first number is how many Vault Keys we found. The second one after the plus is how many we have obtained through the Pity system thingy. Yeah, last time we were at 18.8. Curious to see what our ratio is this time around. I feel like it'll be slightly smaller, as in the first number will be slightly smaller than before. But currently we're at 1-0, so let's see where it goes. And obviously our plus number will overtake the first number initially, but then as we start getting deeper into the Pity system, it's going to go the other way around and inverse. I think last time it happened around 7 or 8 when it started inversing, or 6, 7, or 8. I forget exactly at what point. Yeah, all the male ones are the pity ones. But they still count. Oh, nice. Your Switch Pro Controller with Super Mario Odyssey. Oh, yeah, they did that for the anniversary. I was almost considering getting that. The only reason I'm not is they didn't even make a special controller out of it. Like, you thought they would have for, like, the 35th anniversary. But just like a normal Switch controller. And Mario Odyssey normally goes on sale for about 40-ish or so. So if I actually wanted it, I would just get it then. Because honestly, I'm more interested in playing the Mario Sunshine again, Mario 64 and all that, rather than Mario Odyssey. I've actually not played Mario Odyssey yet. Seen a lot of footage of it, but I've never actually played it. But yeah, 1 week from now, we will be doing. Well, obviously, we'll be still doing the Gems of War stream. But the day after that, or later that day, we'll be playing Mario Sunshine. The order I'm probably going to do them in is Mario Sunshine, Mario 64, and I'm not sure if I'm actually going to do Mario Odyssey. The game never interested me as much, but it is technically in the package of the three, so we might. And hopefully I can actually get my hands on the game on day one. I'm still not sure if I want to pre-order it through Amazon and just hope it arrives on day, or actually go to a store to physically buy it. Ideally not the latter, but my concern is Amazon will take forever with how shipping is these days. Yeah, I've actually never played through Mario 64. I've played it before, but I never owned it. So when I was a kid, I only ever played it at like friends' houses and stuff like that. I've never actually played through the entire Mario 64. I've seen footage of most of it, but I've never actually physically played through it. So it'll be pretty cool. But we will be doing them in order of Mario Sunshine, Mario 64, and then maybe Galaxy. I'm not sure if I'll play it. Well, we're definitely doing Sunshine and 64 for sure. But yeah, Mario Sunshine is still one of my favorite games of all time. It'd probably even make top 10 favorite games of all time. Probably has one of the most iconic hub worlds of ever as well. The Tofino Plaza. It has showed up in so many other franchises as well throughout Nintendo's series. Such an iconic stage. Oh, so we'll take that for now. Oh, get our explosion. Now they have Zugoff. The event seems less attractive. Yes, Vault events are the best way in the entire game to farm for Zugoff. However, you still get a lot of value of them, even if you're not farming for Zugoff. Your blue orbs can still be used to upgrade stuff. Your purple orbs still give you a bunch of keys that you use for future mythics. So unless you have like a gigantic surplus of resources, that's still very useful. Obviously green and orange are still useful or useless. It still gives you more keys, which go towards getting new mythics again. And we actually have a little bit of a surplus right now because we got super lucky on the most recent one. Only took 50 keys. So we actually have over 1,000 gem keys right now. That's only going to go even higher. And other than that, all the just the gem-related resources, as well as physical gems, diamonds, stuff like that. Which, of course, all also go to getting more mythics. But I don't know. I have pretty much everything in the game, and I still find it worth farming for. Maybe not as much as I have at some points in the past. Because, yes, you do reach a point where overall the resources that you're getting wouldn't be as good. However, with the new pity key system, it is exceedingly valuable to at least farm the Vault event for the first 6 or 7 hours. We're probably aiming for about a dozen hours or so this weekend again. I believe that's about the same amount of time we did last weekend. I actually kind of want to get to about the same amount so we can kind of compare how much we got last weekend to this weekend since we have the data on it. Because if I'm not mistaken, we did like 10 to 12 hours last time. I think it was closer to 12. I cannot recall the exact amount of time. But curious to see where it pans out this time around. And where it falls. But yeah, there is slightly less incentive once you have Zugoff to do Vault events. But unless you have literally everything in the game, there's still incentive. And even if you have literally everything in the game, it's excess resources for future content. Which I always like farming for. It's just so much more valuable to farm during a Vault event than any other time in the game. And while we haven't been doing many Gems of War Saturday morning streams, we will be during Volt event, of course. Tomorrow morning we'll be streaming pretty much the same time we are today. For about the same duration as we are today. And doing the exact same thing that we are today. The grind continues. My main hope of this Volt event is to get an Epic Vault Key, though. Obviously, we're still keeping track of normal Vault Keys, and those are still very valuable and very useful. However, I want to get one of these elusive Epic Vault Keys already. I'm curious to see if they're going to put it into next season pass. They might. So you have an Epic Vault Key now. Is that where you have a chance to get the Daemon Gnome? The Daemon Gnome can be found in normal Vault Keys as well. Normal Vault Keys have Daemon Gnome. We got it off of like 20 or less normal Vault Keys. I forget the exact number that we ended up opening. But, yeah, you can get it off of normal Vault Keys. It was like less than 20. Though it could take literal hundreds if you get unlucky, obviously. You actually got a little bit towards the luckier side on it. The Mech Gnome took me an absurd amount of Vault Keys. I think it took me over 100. But, I got pretty lucky on Daemon Gnome because it took under 20. Yeah, the Epic Vault Key is pretty similar to it. Most of the values are just like triple a loot or so. Exact values can vary between how much more it gives, but it's essentially just 3 Vault Keys, in a sense, is about the value of a single Epic Vault Key. Despite how rare it is. Which, based on our other math at 80 per key, that theoretically means it's worth about 240 gems or so. But yeah, for how rare it is, it's not actually that valuable, surprisingly. At least relative to a normal Vault Key. However, there is an achievement attached to it for finding your very first one. You keep wondering, will they add some unique stuff to Epic Vault Keys someday? They might. I find it pretty doubtful given how rare they are, unless they add another method of obtaining them. But I'll be probably opening my very first Epic Vault Key. Just for the fun of it, and because I think you need to even trigger the achievement. But all of them beyond that, we probably will save in case they do something with it. I don't feel like they will anytime soon, if even ever. They're just kind of too rare to ever put an actual unique drop into them. But yeah, it could still be a good idea to start hoarding some. If you can actually get even a single one to... Or if you can even get a number worth hoarding. Because that's one of the problems. I'm pretty sure no person that even has gotten like 5 Epic Vault Keys yet, let alone like 10. Like no one really has a hoarding number yet. And even if they add it to the Battle Pass, I'm pretty sure the Battle Pass would literally only give 1 over the 10-week period. It seems very likely that they will. I just hope they don't add it to the later end. My biggest concern is that they overpay to win the later end, the more expensive end of the Battle Pass. Like, based on where the Vault Key drop was this time around, they could put that Epic Vault Key there. They could put Imperial Deeds beyond the hate side. They could put, like, more of those big deed books in there. Like, there's so many things that they could do to kind of make it a little bit more pay to win, which should be very unfortunate. Also, I might actually be buying the bigger one next time around. We'll see. I'm not quite sure yet. If it has stuff to upgrade kingdoms, I might be. Which is rather unfortunate, but, oh well. Because that comes out to be a decent chunk of money. It's like, what, about 5 times a year, $30 each time. It's like $150 a year. But if nothing else, one benefit of that is I do get to show everything a week early. I almost get to be like the devs in that regard. Where on like Monday or Tuesday we can go show whatever the next week unique thing is a week early. Oh, if it's anything like this season pass, most of it's not relevant until the mythic. And also the mythic is available next week if you bought the bigger pass. Obviously we did not this time around. However, if you happen to, you would have access to the mythic next week. Otherwise, anyone who bought the normal pass would have access to it in 2 weeks. And anyone who's going free to play will have access to it in SoulForge in like a month or so. Maybe a little bit longer than that. Probably like 6 weeks, 7 weeks. Yeah, the rewards in the current system are not how the rewards are going to be going forward at all. They're actually probably going to be a lot more enticing, both on the free side and the paid side, to actually do it. The first season for Gems of War is pretty lackluster on rewards, but I think they kind of noticed that, and now they're making it a lot higher into next season. Because we already have confirmation that Deed Book will be on both sides. So that'll definitely convince new free-to-play players to go through it. Because currently there's almost no incentive other than the stats. However, next season there's going to be a huge incentive. Since a single Deed Book alone, even if that was the only reward all the way at the end, would be worth it. Because a single Deed Book is worth 50 deeds. You get a single one of those, you basically got 50 deeds simultaneously. In retrospect, we've only gotten of every single color up to this point about 200 to 300. I forget the exact number. We've only gotten like 200 to 300 of every single deed up to this point, and a single one of those books is 50. So that's pretty huge. Not to mention we might be getting multiple of those book colors rather than this one. How much XP do you need to complete a single level? There's no way to check within the game, so I have not the slightest clue. I was actually mentioning... Hey, 1,000 glory, nice. I was actually mentioning that one of the other streams. Like, I really wish they would add a way to check it. I'm not sure why they don't, other than the fact that it's probably one gigantic, massive, intimidating number. The only way we could even kind of know is if as soon as we gain a level, we keep track of the number of battles we do, and then times that by 102. Because I believe that's how many souls I'm getting per battle, assuming we have no revives. And if we were to do that for an entire level cycle, we'd be able to guesstimate what our level requirement is as far as total XP. As it currently stands, there's no way to really check. It's a really big number, though. It's probably somewhere in like the hundreds of thousands. Possibly even a million? I'm not even sure. It is a very big number, though. Because we're gaining 102 XP per battle, and we need like hundreds upon hundreds of battles to gain a level. Hello, Isabel. Welcome. If anyone else has any other questions, anything you want to discuss, any other things, let me know. We'll be around for a while, that's for sure. And of course, most, if not all that time, will be spent hunting for gnomes. And apparently gaining a level, because we should be able to land a level this stream. But yeah, with all those juicy Vault events we've been having, we're actually going to hit level 1,600 pretty soon. It's right around the corner. 2,000 is technically max level. It's not actually max level, but effectively, as far as stats are concerned, it is. Like, if you're level 2,000, you're essentially max level at that point. It's not the actual max level, but for realistic purposes, I consider it max level. Pretty sure most people in the Gems of War community consider it max level. Just because going higher realistically does almost nothing. Because 2,000 realistically is the last stat you ever gain from hero leveling. There was rumor that you gain another one at 3,000. However, not a single person's at level 3,000. Nor will be anytime even remotely soon. So 2,000 is essentially max level. Before I remember, it doesn't actually go beyond 2,000. I'm not sure who mentioned in the past, but or how they would even know that, unless they data mined it. But realistically, 2,000 is max level. I don't even think anyone's over 2,500 currently. It technically goes to 10,000. However, 40 years from now, I don't even think it would be possible to reach 10,000 with how it's currently set up. So no one's ever reaching that, obviously. If you had 100,000 hours in this game, you'd still not be level 10,000. But how it's currently scaled. Also, our number of hours played in this game is starting to get absurdly high. We are currently at, oh, we're almost at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We probably will be by the end of this weekend. That'd be a funny screenshot. But we're at 12,334 hours played. Level 13,075 to 13,076 was 38,400 XP. That's a lot of battles for single level. It definitely is. I wonder how much my levels end up needing then. I'm pretty sure it's over 50,000. I believe they said they add about 1 battle worth of XP every single time. So if that is the case, it would go up by about 100 then each time. So if that's about the case, so it could be a bit of a different number. What's my level difference? I'm about 200 levels higher, so that's what, like 2,000? So that means I probably need easily over 40,000 XP. Exact number, I have no clue. Oh, nice, Zeddicus. You're almost at max level then. Or, you know, 2,000. That's going to be a gigantic milestone. Very nice. Yeah, unless I start grinding more, I won't be hitting 2,000 anytime soon. At my current rate, it'll take another 3 years and a few months for me to hit 2,000 at the current rate at which we farm. If I power leveled it, we could technically get it done in a year. However, it would require playing for like 5 to 6 hours a day, which I probably won't do. Like, I'd have to about triple the amount I currently play now. Because obviously, if we need 300 levels, and we normally get 100 levels in that time, we basically have to triple our playtime then. Maybe even slightly more because of the way that it increases. But theoretically, if I tripled our game time in this game next year, we would have it done next year. But probably not going to do that. It's because that would take a lot of time. The one byproduct of that is, gosh, we'll have a lot of medals. At least low rarity medals. We'll probably have every common, rare, and ultra rare max. Actually, that reminds me, Zeddicus, how close are you to maxing every common, rare, and ultra rare, given that you are that level? Because you'd definitely be closer than we are. Do you have them all maxed already? Or is it like halfway there? Or like, how far are you on common, rare, ultra rare maxing? I'm pretty sure there's some amount of people that have already maxed it. There's definitely been enough time. It's been out for almost a year now, the whole medaling system. It is technically possible to have every common, rare, and ultra rare max. I don't think anyone has all the epic, legends, or mythics max, though. But common, rare, ultra rare, definitely possible. Oh, so hello, GJ Ram. Welcome. Oh, yeah, when you're below level 1,000, it takes, like, no time at all to gain levels. They are super, super quick. There's a property that starts to happen once you get to over 1,000, where every single level starts to require more XP. One of the reasons why it seems like it goes so quick to 1,000 is, I believe, almost every level from like 50 to 1,000 or like 100 to 1,000. I forget exactly where the cutoff is. Like, obviously, the earlier levels are super, super quick. But after like 50 to 1,000 or 100 to 1,000, every single level requires the exact same amount of XP. So it goes pretty quick. since you going from, like, let's say 150 to 151 takes the exact same amount of time essentially as going from a 999 to 1000. However, once you start getting to higher levels, something like going from level 1100 to 1101 is is so much quicker than if you were to go from like 1401 to 1402. Just takes so much longer once it's further in. Like a few hundred in, even like 100 in, you could really notice the difference. Like, I feel like you start really noticing it once you reach about 1100, and exceedingly so once you reach like around 1200. Like 1100, like once you reach 1000, you'll be like buried in event keys because you keep getting them from the level ups, and then you'll start to notice it slowing down, and then by 1100, it's like, yeah, this is definitely slowing down. And then by 1200, it's like, oh gosh, it's starting to get sluggish per level. And then beyond there, it just keeps getting slower and slower per level. You have about 150 troops golded? Nice. Oh, so I assume you did mostly low-level Explore then. Or did you even do it in Explore for your power leveling? Because that's one of the reasons I haven't had many medals. Explore 1, 2, and 3 give a very slow rate of medals compared to doing Explore 12. However, Explore 12 is not good for hero class farming or XP farming in any way. Even though it is great for token farming. Because what we're doing right now, while it's also the quickest way to get gnomes, is also the quickest way to get XP in the entire game that currently exists. Actually, there's one slightly better way of doing it. Do it during a Guild War week when you have 100% XP bonus. But generally speaking, what we're doing right now is the quickest way of doing it, at least method-wise. Time-wise, it'd be when you have 100% bonus from a Guild War win the previous day. Oh yeah, you could be doing 6 with a Phoenicia quick kill. True. It is slightly slower than what we're using now, but it gives double the trophies and slightly better medals. Above level 6? Does that include level 6 itself? Because that would be Phoenicia. Because if you're doing Phoenicia at level 6, you're already using the quickest thing that can be done at that level range. Like, the absolute quickest is Rowan at 2 or 3. Or 1 if you have low enough stats that you can't kill 2. But, you know, Rowan at 1, 2, or 3 is the absolute quickest. The next best bet is Phoenicia at 6 or 5. Depending on what you can one-shot. And at that point, you might as well just go to Explore 12. As far as Explore 12 teams, Web Spinner in any place that has very minimal immune to poison can be pretty good. Zugoff builds, of course, are some of the quickest. Iron Gut's a bit slower, but can be used. Tesla Spam can be used. Double Cedric to Egg Thief and the Scouting Keys, the best gold farming team in the game. While it's a little bit slower than other things, it gives a massive amount of gold while farming Explore 12. It's also pretty accessible, since, while some things it can be a little bit harder to get, like Double Cedric, it's generally something that most players later in the game have laying around. Other than that, just during this Vault event alone, you could get Double Cedric if you don't already have it. So you could definitely close the gap. What other teams are there out there? Lord of Slaughter teams are sometimes used for Explore 12 as well. Kind of for that whole skull spam kind of mechanic thing. And what other ones? Generally, it basically comes down to skull spam teams or something that can boost ratio kill. Tend to be like the main two that's used on Explore 12. Yeah, higher VIP gets absurdly high gold from using Cedric team. It's like hilariously high. I think someone said they got almost like 1 million gold before with the Cedric team. But I think they were like max VIP or something. Also, there's this thing going on. Oh, it's actually the 3 Volkey version. 3 Volkeys and 50 gems for $2. That is a pretty good offer. I never go for it though. But if you are someone who spends money on the game, that is actually a rather enticing deal. 3 Volkeys and 50 gems for $2, and you can do it 5 times. That right there would be 15 Volkeys. I'd rather just grind it though. More fun that way. Feels more rewarding. Let's see. We'll throw that down. Yeah, there are some amount of people that have VIP 20 in the game. The number is at least 3 digits large as well. I'm not sure if it has hit 4 digits yet. It's not really something they generally constantly say publicly. But there is at least 3 digit worth of people, as in hundreds, that have VIP 20. VIP 20 currently costs almost $9,000. I believe it currently stands at. I forget the threshold for all of them, but I believe it's like 8,960 or something. I forget the exact number. It is a very large number. Oh, you're VIP 20? Oh, nice. I knew you were pretty high VIP. I didn't realize you actually hit 20 already. They're super dedicated people. I unfortunately don't have that kind of money to spend on a game. But if anyone enjoys doing so, good way to spend money, I guess. Because most people that have spent that much money on the game have invested, like, you know, similar amount of time, like tens of thousands of hours. So if you get that much entertainment out of it, it's still technically worth it to some people. I just don't have that kind of money, unfortunately. I wish I did. Yeah, I play this more than any other game. I'm not sure if it has the highest amount of hours yet. Though if we ever get like 20,000 hours in this game, I'm pretty sure I have more hours in this game than any other game ever. I think RuneScape might be a little bit higher overall right now. Mostly because I've been playing it since like 2003 on and off. I don't currently play it. But played it a lot when I was younger. And Warcraft 3 as well. And if you count like Dota plus, or you know, the entirety of Warcraft 3 plus Dota 2, which is kind of just a continuation of one of the minigames in it. I think that reaches around 15,000 hours. I believe the order as far as highest right now is RuneScape, Warcraft 3, which is at about 15-ish thousand, if you count Dota 2 into it, and then Gems of War. Because I don't know exact numbers, but if I had to guess, RuneScape total is probably at 20,000 hours. Warcraft 3 plus Dota 2 is probably at about 15,000 hours. And Gems of War is at 12,003, 4, whatever it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's pretty much going to be that by the end of this weekend. But somewhere's around there. Let's see. We'll throw that down. And as far as money spent on those, I think I've spent in the total of RuneScape's history probably, oh gosh, I'm not even sure what number I would guess on that. Probably around, I want to say $700 or so. And that was for 20,000 hours. Yeah, 20,000 hours. Warcraft 3 was probably only like 50 total, because I never bothered getting Reforged. I just used the old version of it. And when I needed another copy of it, I just got it at a flea market for like a few bucks. So I'm pretty sure it's even under $50. And that had 15,000 hours. And Gems of War right now, we've probably spent around 300 to 400. I forget the exact number. We spent 70 on the Switch version when it came out. And I've spent around 250 or so on the what's it called? The PC version, the PC mobile version. Obviously on the PC side. Yeah, it's definitely possible to spend a lot on vacations. Just spending on a game from the comfort of your home can definitely be considered more worth it to some people. Like, I'm not big on vacations either. Like, I do ever so occasionally. However, I am, like, so ridiculously frugal with them. Like, if I'm vacationing somewhere, I'll find a friend in the area and normally just house with them so I don't need a hotel. That also helps cover some of the food so you don't spend, like, outrageous amounts going out to eat every single night. And I don't know, whenever I go, if I go on vacation, it's like a super ultra budgeted vacation. Like, I never spend, like, super high amounts. I think the most I've ever spent on a vacation where I was the only person who went was probably around 400 hours, 400 to 500. And that's counting literally all expenses. You're almost at 20,000 hours? Wow, nice. Yeah, this game can definitely be very addicting. But also a lot of fun. It has a really fun grinding loop. It can get a little bit tiring if you do it too much in a single session. Which is why the stream is likely to be about 3 hours long or so. However, we're almost an hour down, and it's just flying by right now. The first hour normally goes super quick. But if you keep doing this over and over and over again, it does start to fatigue you a little bit. It's one of those things that, while it is a lot of fun to do, this game is made to be kind of like in small bursts. And sitting down and just doing one massive burst of it, or not burst, but, you know, like a really long play session of it, can sometimes wear it down a bit. It's always fun to come back to every single day, though. Also, I haven't even been checking how many pity keys we have. We're probably at like 2 pity keys by now. Definitely at least 1. Even though my number says 0 right now. We definitely have some amount of pity. Oh yeah, that reminds me. How many Vault keys did we start with? I wasn't even paying attention earlier. That's a very good number to know. No, I don't want any of that. Also, do we need this pet? Yes, I should probably go do that right now. How many Vault keys do we have? Yeah, we started at 222. That makes sense. Okay, that's an easy number to remember as well. We started at 222. And once again, we will not be claiming the Vault keys yet. However, we are at 1 pity key. So let me go update that number as well. We are at 1 + 1. 2 keys found. And as I mentioned, we'll hand out a redeem code at 5. And that does include pity. Let's see. What was I about to go do? Oh yeah, the pet. Let me go run through that real quick. Where's my magic? Oh no! I just overwrit my magic! Well, I'm not going to need these this weekend, so let me go overwrite that. And then let's go run Phoenicia to go kill out the pets. Oh, no, yeah, we already have the team set. Will I be buying the season pass in going forward? Yes. I'm actually probably even going to buy the more expensive season pass. And that's mostly because it's going to get slightly, probably even more pay to win. And also it allows us to show the content a bit earlier, in case there's anything relevant throughout it. But, yeah, I'm going to still be buying the season pass. Probably even the more expensive one as well. I'm still against the system overall. But, yeah, I will be doing it. Mostly to make content for it, more so than anything. And help us progress a little bit further. But, yeah, we will be. Still not a huge fan of how they did it, though. And I will continue to say it. Even though we will be buying it. I believe the rewards from Arena already are boosted by VIP level, aren't they? Because they're from a result of battle. Generally, anything as a result of battle is increased by your reward. So, for example, something like Treasure Hunt wouldn't, but something like Arena should be. Is it not right now? I've never really paid much attention because I do like no Arena these days. Thank you, GJ Ram. Yeah, it's been kind of going a little bit lower recently as far as growth. Though it has actually spiked up since we've been doing Fall Guys, oddly enough. But, which is kind of funny, given that we only have a handful of viewers, but it has a really high retention rate for new subscribers, oddly enough. But, yeah, the biggest issue, I think, at this point is most people in the Gems of War community, like, know who we are. So the only people who are really gaining at this point are new people coming to Gems of War. Like, almost everyone who has existed in Gems of War for a few years either know who, like, pretty much already know who we are, and either just aren't really much interested in watching, or you know, that's basically it. Like, they either want to watch or they don't want to watch. Like, there's, like, anyone who's been playing for a couple years pretty much knows who we are at this point, because we've been around for so long. Pretty much since the beginning. Like, in the community, we've been around since pretty much day one. And, of course, the YouTube channel came like a year and a half after that. So even before we started the YouTube channel, we already had like a base in the community that knew who we were. I used to be like super active on the forums in college, especially between classes when I didn't really have anything else to really do. I'd just be on the forums a lot. Not as much these days. Like back when the devs were on the forum a ton, I was on the forums like huge amount of time. I might have had, like, literally the highest amount of time on the forums at the time. That was before we even had the channel. Oh, why am I doing that? There's going to be flashing, like, all day and all weekend, and it's going to bother me, but I can't take it because I need to make sure... actually, we could just keep it at magic, can't we? I think we have enough damage even with magic that there's still one-shots. So I'm actually going to leave it on magic so we don't have to keep switching back and forth every single time we get a pet. Because I'll waste even more time. It'll only waste, like, what, 20 seconds? Not even. But, still adds up. Having to switch it back and forth. Oh, are we actually passing Salty these days? I did not realize that. But she normally posts it onto, like, their 10,000 follower social media or something. I don't really even use social media. I, like, tried doing it again last year to kind of start it up. That kind of failed. Oh no, I just cannot get into social media. It just seems very weird to me. Never personally been into it. When comes all the other mythics back to the drop table? Now, it's already happened. The mythic that was available last Friday is no longer... Well, it is still available, but it's not the exclusive mythic anymore. But now every mythic is in the drop table. That happened the same exact time when the Vault event started. So yes, you can open your keys right now if you want, and it will have every single possible drop in the game. Of course, it's completely random which mythic you get, but everything except Zugoff and Xenos, which are only craftable, are in the Glory Gem Guild and VIP chest drop table right now. So, yeah, you can get anything. Phoenix Rising? Immortals Phoenix Rising. I actually have not heard of the game. Or I might have. Why is it? That sounds somewhat familiar. As far as games coming to the Switch that we're going to be playing on the channel, for sure in 1 week from now, the 35th anniversary of Mario, we'll be doing Sunshine and Mario 64. I'm not sure if we're doing Galaxy. Probably not, but I don't know. Maybe after doing the other two, I'll be convinced otherwise. But we're definitely doing in order of Sunshine and Mario 64. And if we do Galaxy, we'll do that last. I'm not sure if we're doing Galaxy. October 1st, Mario 35 is coming out, which is basically going to be like Fall Guys, but Mario. It's the same genre, technically. It's a platforming battle royale, so that'll be fun. October 30th, Pikmin 3 is coming out. I played Pikmin 1 and 2 on GameCube. However, I never played Pikmin 3 because it was on Wii U. And it's coming out with more content when it comes to Switch, so we'll definitely be doing that. And then the new Zelda game is coming on, I believe, the 20th of November. So as far as Switch games, those are currently the ones on my radar. I'm not sure if we'll be doing any other ones this year other than those, but we'll see. Because if the Warriors game for Zelda is anything like the previous one, it has like hundreds of hours of content. I think the average full completion was like 200 to 500 hours for the very first game. It might be a little bit different since this one is a lot more lore-based this time around. It might even be canon to the series, whereas the other one wasn't. But if it's anything like the previous Warriors game, it is going to have so much grinding, which is fun because I definitely like grind-based games. That is for sure. Oh, also, for Fall Guys, I think I did the math wrong for how many crowns we end up needing. We might actually be more than halfway there to full completion on that game. However, I never did get that infallible. We were one win off that one time, and I didn't get it, unfortunately. Why don't you stream Breath of the Wild? I actually haven't played it yet. We probably will be at some point. But at this point, we're going to be doing it in chronological order, since the other game happens 100 years prior. So at this point, we're basically going to do it in chronological order, doing it with the next Zelda Warriors game, which is going to be the first one. Then, even though it came out later this year, then the second one would be Breath of the Wild, and then the third one would be Breath of the Wild 2, if you do it in chronological order. Unless they add even more games that change up the chronology. But based on what we currently know, that's going to be chronological order. So we will be playing it. We're just going to be doing the other game to completion first. And then we'll do Breath of the Wild. And then we'll do Breath of the Wild 2, whenever that ends up happening. But we will be doing the entirety of Breath of the Wild, just not yet. I have no clue when, but we will be doing it at some point. Oh, so we should have our second pity key almost by now. And once we have 5 total vault keys, including pity, we will hand out code. Actually, we should have a second key by now, don't we? No, not yet. I wish I could check, but we have a pet over top of it. Oh, no, now we don't. Okay, we need 6 more for the third key. However, of course, any battle can end up giving us a key as well. Oh yeah, one game I'm super hyped for that's coming out almost guaranteed next year, Pokemon Unite. I know there's a bit of controversy with it overall, but I am so ridiculously overhyped for that game. Based on what we currently know, it is likely coming out spring 2021. However, more official information hasn't really come out as of recently on it. It probably will in the upcoming months. Because Dota 1 was like a really big part of my childhood, which was the main thing that started the MOBA genre. And having that as like Pokemon is like double childhood right there. Pokemon combined with a MOBA premise. Should be a lot of fun. Oh, there's another gnome. 5 to go for another pity key. Oh, so hello, Sass. Welcome. Yeah, some people have really high amount of playtime in Rocket League. Like thousands on thousands of hours. I've actually never tried the game. It seems somewhat fun, but it definitely doesn't seem like one I would get into long term. Which is why I've never really tried it. Generally, when I get into games, unless it's super story-based, or there's a really specific reason why I want to play it, I tend to not play them too long. I generally want to go for like, or you know, I generally play like a very small number of games, but tend to play them out like very exceedingly thoroughly. Kind of like how we've been doing with Fall Guys lately. Will it actually be free to play in a couple weeks? Oh, we might need to try it then. I'm actually surprised it didn't start off free to play. Though a lot of the time when smaller companies make a game like that, they kind of do have to charge for it. It's not one of the reasons why Fall Guys actually has like a price tag on it, because they don't know necessarily how much of a player base they're going to get, so they need to get some kind of revenue in to just get the ball rolling. Yes, Puzzle Quest. There is rumor that I caused. Not sure if it's really that true, but it seems like it. I'm pretty sure they're working on Puzzle Quest 3. But, yeah, Puzzle Quest 1 was a really fun game. Puzzle Quest 2 didn't care for as much, but it did have a lot of interesting elements in it as far as gameplay. And yeah, Puzzle Quest 3, I'd really love to see what happens with that, because it would be the first Puzzle Quest game since they've made Gems of War. And they probably learned a lot of things from Gems of War that would help improve Puzzle Quest 3 if they ever made it. I really hope they do. I'll probably get it in the next few years. Exactly when, who knows. They're making so much money off of Gems of War, they technically don't ever need to produce another game ever again. However, I still hope they make Puzzle Quest 3. It's kind of like the whole Valve situation, where they just make so much off of Dota 2 and Counter-Strike and everything, that they're like, wait, why do we even make games? We can just do this forever and have infinite money. And that's kind of what Gems of War is to them. Like, they make so much on it that making another game just isn't really that worth it compared to just working more on Gems of War. Oh yeah, Gems of War will be around for a very long time. Like, the most recent update for how long the kingdoms are going to upgrade is like 4 or 5 years into the future. Not to mention they'll probably expand even further than that, obviously, once it gets up to that point. But yeah, the game's definitely going long term. It's going to be going for at least another 4 or 5 years, if not longer. Likely longer. But yeah, now that I think of it, no game I've ever had a super high playtime in has ever been, like, canceled. Or, you know, has, like, never ended. Though Blizzard did try to end Warcraft 3 by making a horrible, horrible version of it that you had to update to. But, it didn't technically die. It still has a player base. Even though they fractured the already existing player base. And it gains, like, almost none from Reforged. That game's still going. And obviously, RuneScape's still going. That thing's, like, gigantic as far as MMOs. This is, like, the MMO as far as how long it has survived for. Let's see. I'll take that over. I'll take that over. That should be enough to kill. Oh, not if you have HP, it won't be. It's the only bad thing about being in this location, even though it gives us occasional green storms, is the last slot Goblin can end up having, Goblin King can end up having 20 additional life. And while Rowan can kill through that, Doomscythe cannot. Oh, how can you tell during the World event the scoring is based more on level or rarity? There is no way to tell within the game itself. The only way you can tell is they make a forum post on it, on the official Gems of War forum, and it tells you how basically to play and what all the scoring is. I go over what this is every single Monday when we do the event video, every single week. However, there is no indication in-game as to if it's better to go based on level or rarity or both. But yeah, there's no indication in-game. So if you're trying to find it, there is none. It's only on the forum. The official Gems of War forum. Which I believe the post is also made to Steam and everywhere else as well. But Gems of War forum is where people generally check it. But for example, it's right over here. So if we go to Gems of War, I can show it real quick. It's normally one of the upper posts as well. If you go to gemsofwar.com, and then you go over to forum, and then you go over to, there's two ways to kind of look for it. Normally, if you look for like a pinkish one, you can end up seeing it here. So you can, no, that's the new faction. The easiest way is probably to do it through the, so here it is, Woe Is Me event. So you can kind of find it through here. If it's earlier in the week, it'd be like the most obvious one. However, the other way to find it is go to the tab in the top left, go to official news, and find whatever the name of the event is. So right now it's Woe Is Me events. And scroll up, and then right here it tells you what you need to do. So can you see that they go over like how the phases work in the thingy, and basically that the epic ones are worth 2 points, the legendary ones are worth 4, and that the mythic ones are worth 6, and that they are not affected by level. It'll end up saying if it does or doesn't. In this case, it doesn't, so level does not matter. So it's just the epic for 2, the legend for 4, and the mythic for 6, just in a lot more words, but that's what essentially what it says. But yeah, that's where you go to check it. And they post it every Sunday night, so it's actually posted before the event even starts. So we go over it every Sunday night stream as well, what the method is for it. But of course we also mentioned on the Monday video. But yeah, you can find out that info as early as Sunday. They post that around 7 a.m. every night. I mean, every Sunday night. Sunday night at 7 a.m. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we go over it at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on that same day, an hour later, when we do our normal nightly stream. Yeah, Gems of War has a lot of characters. We're at like 800 something. We're almost gonna have 1,000 soon. By midway through next year, I believe we do have over 1,000 troops in the game. If you count weapons, we're already over 1,000. But if you're counting just troops, it's like 800 something. Forget the exact number, which is a really easy way to check we have every troop in the game. All we have to see is whatever that number is under the profile thingy. We'll check it after this battle. It's like I think it's like around 850, maybe a little bit higher. Let me go double check. Hey, we got a level. Right into purple you go. Okay. Let's see. Well, let me grab my chippy as well. Nice. Good thing we came here. 90 gems. Very nice. What was I looking for here? Oh, yeah. I want to see how many total troops there were. There are currently 876 troops. The reason why it's showing we're missing one is for whatever reason, what's his name? The one that begins with K. Why can I not remember his name? The whole event is literally named after him. Karandera. Karandera, for whatever reason, is shown as obtainable, but it's not obtainable till next week if you bought the more expensive pass, or 2 weeks from now if you bought the normal pass, or like 5 weeks from now if you didn't buy any pass at all. But, yeah. So I'm not sure why it's showing here, but that's why it's showing we're missing one. But gosh, that number is big. There are currently 876 troops in the game. Well, technically 875. We'll have 876 after next week. But, yeah, 876. Around there. So we're about to break even 900 very soon. This could be a pretty big milestone. Though, obviously, I wonder if they're going to do something special for 1,000. Because, we are fast approaching 1,000. We get, like, over 10 new troops per month. Because we get one every single week, so that's 4 at minimum. We sometimes get a second through the event. So let's say per month, that comes out to about 5. You sometimes get a legend. Can't really count that, though, because it's so occasional these days. So we are getting one, I believe, next month. So we're not going to count that as one. You get your mythic. You get your bounty troop. So we're at 7. Sometimes you get that legend. So we're at like 7.5. What else do you normally get over the course of a month? That's probably most of them then. Unless something else comes up that would make it be more. But yeah, we get about 7.5 new troops per month. However, that can be higher based on other factors. But it's about 7.5 troops per month. Yeah, I counted Delve troops, did I not? Oh, duh. Wait, I thought I counted Delve troops. I forgot. So it's more like 11.5. Or even 11. Let's just call it 11. Yeah, how did I not count Delve troops? I thought I did because I mentioned 4. But I forgot. Those are the glory troops. Why did I not mention that? So yeah, I thought that number seemed a little bit low. But yeah, it's about 11 troops per month. Give or take, or actually give about +2, depending on how it goes. It will never be less than 11. Because you got your 4 glory troops, boom. You got your 4 Delve troops, 8. You got your mythic, 9. And you got your bounty, 10. What was that 11th? There's one more. I literally just mentioned it. Now I forget. Fail. Losing track. But, yeah, it's like 10, 11, 12 per month. It depends on a couple factors. But around there is how many new troops we get per month, generally. Yep, and almost all of them are useless. Go figure. Yeah, Switch has a lot less. Switch is very, 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 very far behind. It is a weird combination of a couple months to like 10 months behind. Because some things are like not as far behind and other things are like super far behind. But yeah, the Switch version is still very weird, which is why we stopped playing after a couple months. It seemed like it was going to be like that for a while, and it's already over a year, and it's still very much like that. Not sure why it's so weird. I hope they do something special for 1,000. That is a really huge milestone. To have 1,000 unique troops in the game. Oh yeah, that's where the other +1 might have came from. I forgot. We get about 1 new troop every single month from the battle pass. Because we got 3 new troops, and the battle pass is like 10, 11 weeks long. Technically it's 10 weeks long, but you know, it's an 11-week cycle. We got 3 troops this time. And assuming we always get 3 troops, which might be the case, might not be the case, that would end up being essentially 1 per month if we're getting 3 troops over the course of 11 weeks. Or technically over 10 weeks, but you know, it's an 11-week cycle. So that's basically 1 troop per month, as far as where it averages to. And 2 of those are coming right up. Next week is Heart of Rage, or both of them if you have the bigger pass. And actually, you already have Heart of Rage right now if you bought the bigger pass, don't you? And though it's kind of useless. And then we have Carandera right afterwards. And Carandera actually should be somewhat useful. I'm not sure if I'll use it too often. It's a really good curse option. My main thing I hate about it is that it's luck-based though. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, even though they said they might not do a mythic every single time, I feel like the battle pass will always have a mythic on it. I don't foresee them ever not adding a new mythic on the battle pass. It just seems like something they're going to do. Even though they said they might eventually make it so it doesn't always have it, they probably will always have one. I highly doubt it, that they would not include a mythic. It just seems like something so enticing that would get people to buy it. So why would they remove it? Also, that's the first time I got a Daemon Gnome today, which is technically a good thing. I did not need more Chaos Shards. Well, we do and we don't. But, I don't know. I really don't need them for the most part. Theoretically, we kind of do. Until we have literally every Delve max, we kind of still do. But, we're at the point where we really don't need excess for the most part. Because we're almost done with Delves. We got, like, what? 9 more weeks of Delves left? Or 9 more months, I mean? Maybe 10? Wait, what number are we at? Like 23, I think? Which means 11. How many Delves do we have right now? Oh, excuse me. There are 23 Delves. Which means, assuming they don't add any more kingdoms, we have 11 more Delves left. Which means by October of next year or so, or maybe September, because it's kind of not exactly once every month. But by, like, why did I say October? I mean, by, like, August or September of next year, around that time, we will have every Delve in the game by that point. Also, do I even have the right armor set? Let me make sure. Like, never check. Imagine if this entire time we haven't had Death Knight armor set for, like, months. I'm glad we don't have that task where you have to change your armor anymore. That was super annoying. Because it could make it so you forget to switch back to Death Knight armor. Luckily, that's not a thing in the game anymore. Back when we used to have those little task things. Thank you, Sass. Yeah, we've been doing okay on luck. Only found 1 natural Volkey so far, though. I think we're almost at our 2nd pity, though. As I mentioned, at around at 5 Volkeys, we'll end up handing out code. We're just taking a bit longer than I thought it would take to reach. We should almost be at our 2nd pity key. Oh, no, we already have it. Nice. Okay. So we're actually at 3 right now. 2 more keys to go, and then we'll hand out code. Maybe we'll do it at 4 if it seems like it's taking a bit too long. It depends if we get a Volkey drop or not from a normal gnome. So we'll probably do it on next pity key. How about that? The next pity key we get, we'll hand out a redeem code. Because then it doesn't matter if we do or do not get a vault key from a random drop. But next pity key, we'll hand out a code. Which I believe we need to hit like 12 more gnomes or so to find it. When you finish all your delves permanently, can we get a name for all the pets stream? We could. Might even do that prior to that. But yeah, I don't have a lot of my pets named. So if any of you want to adopt a pet, we might have like a voting thing for... I'm not sure how we'll do it. But yes, we will eventually have a stream where we will name every pet that we don't currently have a name for. And we will dedicate a whole stream to it, where that's literally all we do all stream, is we just name all the pets in the game. We will eventually do that. Exactly when, I don't know. But we definitely 100% will do that at some point. And I'll probably announce it a couple times prior to when we do. I'm pretty sure most people won't care, but it'll be pretty fun to mess around with. Finally naming all the pets in the game. Because I have like 60 unnamed pets. It's a really high number. I'm not even sure. Might even be higher than that. Best teams of 2019 soon. At this point, my game plan for that is I'm going to do a comparison of 2019 to 2020. Since we already have all the teams saved. That's actually my game plan for it. A comparison to how the meta has shifted due to medals existing and stuff like that. And everything else that came out this year. We will be covering that video, but we're going to be doing it as a comparison to 2020 video. Also, most teams that were viable in 2019 are still viable in 2020 and in 2021. But there will be different teams showed for both sets. You got the sad panda last night and named it tail tag. Oh gosh. I still find it funny. I was, someone asked when next season was for Gems of War, and I didn't actually know the exact date. And it turns out it's October 5th. And, well, the thing that I found really funny about that is Fall Guys second season and Gems of War second season are both on exactly October 5th, the Monday of October 5th. They're the exact same day. I find that pretty funny. Obviously, we'll be covering Gems of War that day, not Fall Guys. But the day after, we'll probably be covering Fall Guys. Because, yeah, I got a whole new season. Be grinding out like crazy. Oh, were you the one that asked? I forgot who asked last night. Let's see. We'll move that over. There'll be DLC trophies everywhere that day. But yeah, most people will probably buy the pass immediately. However, you do still get the full effect if you buy it at a later point. So, for example, you could literally buy like either the 2 passes now and they still count for this season. Though this season isn't as enticing as future seasons are likely going to be for Gems of War, though, as far as overall loot, which obviously is the main reason why you would do the pass, since there's not really much of a gameplay edition, it's just all loot. Well, thank you for that, Isabel. Greatly appreciated. Oh, that just reminded me. That one Steam Dog thing. What was, oh gosh, that one show from ages back. What was Jimmy Neutron's, from that one Nintendo show, what was Jimmy Neutron's dog called? I need to go name the Steam pet that. Speaking of naming pets, I'm not sure what made me think of that because I was still thinking of like the pet naming thing. We should definitely go do that. I'm not sure what made me think that one specifically, but I actually forgot its name. Let me go double check. Almighty Google. Let's see. Let's see. Dog name. What was it again? It was Goddard? No wonder why I didn't remember it. We definitely need to go name it that. 100%. How have I not already named it that? We've been naming a lot of them based on like characters of things. Where is... Actually, the easiest way is to go to Donna. There we go. Upgrade, rename pets. 100% has to be its name. There we go. We have named our robots. And those are just our vault keys. Okay, let's keep going. I'm gonna keep being paranoid and keep clicking on the exclamation point every single time and be like, oh yeah, this is the vault keys. I'll think it's some kind of loot every single time. Oh, thank you, Scout. You probably got it before I Googled it. I couldn't see it because I had the Google screen up. Oh, what do we need here? Also, gosh, time is just breezing by today. Already like an hour and a half in almost. Yeah, as I mentioned, we will hand out Vault Key at next pity key. I was gonna do it at 5, but seems like it'll be a little bit better doing it at next pity. Which could technically be 5 if we find a key from a random drop, and then the 5th would obviously be the pity key then. Come on, give us Vault Key, or Epic Vault Key. Come on, Epic Vault Key. Ideally today, or sometime this weekend. I want to see an Epic Vault Key this weekend. 100% I want to see one. That is by far not an Epic Vault Key. That is your worst drop, 20 Chaos Shards. His drops are 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and 100 Chaos Shards. I've yet to see the 100. I've seen every other... Oh, excuse me, drop. And obviously, like all the gnomes, he has Vault Key and Epic Vault Key. What do we have? Gotta really pay attention to those extra turns. I feel like a lot of these battles haven't been going for them. But one of the main reasons why this is so much quicker than like a Phoenicia or something, even though Phoenicia does give slightly better loot in some regards, Phoenicia can't 4 times extra turn. You can do it for double 5 times. However, Rowan has double 4 times and double 5 times, which you can utilize for a full mana burst right at the beginning, which makes it a lot more consistent for gaining full mana instantly. Like right here, we could take this and then cast, and that saves a few seconds. It definitely adds up. Our overall loot from stuff like that might be a little bit slower. It does increase the rate at which we're getting gnomes. Which, of course, is the main thing we're hunting for right now. Speaking of gnomes, Come on, Epic Volky. That is not either of the drops we want. I have no clue why I took that. That was a very pointless move. That was a very, very pointless move. If anyone still has any questions or anything you want me to go over, let me know. We'll still be here for a while. Going for at least another hour and a half. And we'll have code when we get our next pity key. Which I have no clue what our progress is on at that point. I think we're halfway to it. We're at like 7 gnome kills out of 15 or something. And we do have redeem codes again. Those are a thing. It's actually our first morning stream where we have them again. But for any of you that don't know, we do have redeem codes again. We didn't for some short amount of time there. But redeem codes are basically just something you claim, and they give a small amount of resources each time. And we hand them out every single Gems of War stream. It's 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold is what's in them. Obviously the main loot being the 1 gem key. It's basically like getting 2 gnome drops is basically what the equivalent of the loot is or so. Somewhere around there. Since 2,500 gold is a gnome drop, a 1 gem key is a gnome drop, and a 2 treasure maps and 200 souls is basically useless. But hey, it's still something. Newer players like it because at least treasure hunts are kind of useful earlier on in the game. They technically are still later in the game, but I don't know. Hopefully they rescale it in some way when they do the treasure hunt rework to buff it up. I feel like the biggest issue with treasure hunt, as far as loot, more so than anything, is that all the bonuses that you have don't actually apply to treasure hunt because it's not as a result of battle. And your bonuses only apply to something that's as a result of battle. Come on, worst drop. And then we'll just keep getting worst drop because statistically it's more likely we'll get the worst drop. Hello, Mod Mark. Welcome. Ooh. Another gnome. Nice. Exactly what we want to see. Okay, fine. Let's hope for the worst drop then. 20 shards. Well, we got double that. Alright, once again, why on earth did I take that move? Luckily we can actually turn to save some time there. Randomly from the sky. How many free keys did we end up getting? 2. And we're going to be handing out a redeem code on the 3rd. But yeah, we're currently at the kill 15 threshold, of which I think we have like 5 left, somewhere around there. I have no clue. Somewhere around there. We can go check real quick. How many more gnomes do we need? We need. Oh wait, did we? Oh, never mind. Wow, we got that few gnomes. We still need another 10. Oh gosh, we still got a handful left. Maybe we need to find 10 more gnomes to get our 3rd key. Come on, gnomes, come out of hiding. Yeah, as far as normal Volky drops, we haven't been doing too good. We got one rather quick, but the rest have not been coming. We only got one so far, as far as, you know, normal Volky drops. Definitely a little slow on normal Volkey drops. Which is what we really need, because the more normal Volkey drops we get, the more chances we'll have at an epic Volkey. Because we have to see one of those to even have a chance at an epic Volkey. Yeah, my guild's been doing pretty good at farming up the pet, so I haven't needed to do it myself yet. I'm not sure what our timer even is on the current pet. Actually, I think we already finished out the current pet. Oh no, the timer might still be going. We did the pet, but I don't think the timer finished yet. Let me double check. No, we still got 6 minutes on the current pet. So my guild's been doing pretty good at farming them, so I don't think I need to go to PvP for it. I am not sure if we have an accumulated drop log posted publicly on the forum or somewhere yet for epic Volkeys. They're basically just buffed up values of the normal Volkey system. I'm not sure exact drop table though. Because unless someone data mined it, we don't really have enough data, since epic Volkeys are so rare currently. Well, what the dev said is every time you get a Volkey, it's basically a 90% normal Volkey and a 10% epic Volkey. Which technically means, yes, the epic Volkey rate is buffed. And even if it wasn't directly that way, the number of gnomes is still buffed, so technically the Volkey rate for it is buffed as well. In the sense that there's more gnomes. Next gnome after your last message is a Volkey, nice. Yeah, I'm a little dry right now on random Volkeys. We've gone like a little over an hour without one. Like an hour or 10 minutes because we got the other one pretty early. I don't know, feel free to ask as many questions you want. What are the requirements for the guild? My guild, 1.5 million gold and participating in all guild related events like guild wars, raids, invasions, all that good stuff. Yes, we end up getting all of the tasks done normally on Monday or Tuesday. We end up getting all of the everything done. We get whatever the weekly event is done. We end up getting whatever the guild tasks are done within like 2 days, if not sooner. But yeah, we get everything completed. Mobarashi. Don't take that out of context. Such a dirty mind. Do you think the gnome spawner is broken? My rate seems about normal so far. Hello, Chad. I've been doing pretty good. I am a little bit under drop rate right now, though. In regard to both gnome number and Volkeys. It's not that far under. Because last week we were over drop rate. In every possible regard. But right now we're definitely under drop rate. But not like super, super under. Well, the drop rates people were posting on the forum showed it was only like a 1% chance or something. Something absurd. They almost did data on the forum earlier, which showing that like 100, you almost need 100 normal keys to even find one epic vault key. Or, you know, it came out to like a few percent or something. But yeah, we went 18 vault keys last weekend, won none, and one this weekend. Obviously, we kind of just got started, though. Still getting there. Question. Should one open up all gold chest keys as they are just the regular stuff? Yes. The only reason I hoard them is out of habit, because when kingdoms used to be added to the game, you kind of need to hoard them to go get the new legend. I mean, the new common. However, that hasn't been a mechanic for a little over 2 years now. So everyone who hoards them like me are just kind of doing it out of habit, more so out of necessity. But yes, technically in the current state of the game, you could theoretically just throw all your gold keys immediately. The only reason I really hold on to them now is in case we ever do get some kind of piece of content for whatever reason that does require us to open gold keys to hold on to them. However, as it currently stands, the most effective way is, yes, it's actually the only key where you would immediately throw it down the second you get it. However, I still hoard them because why not? But yes, it is technically the only key in the game that in the current state of the game is always viable to throw down immediately. Oh, so we have thousands of gems just sitting there if we were to open every gold key we currently have. Our gem mount would just spike right up. Hopefully we found a cluster of gnomes. Nope, just a single one. Where's our cluster? We haven't got a single cluster all day of gnomes. Just a kind of even scatter of them. Which is kind of rare. Normally you get a big cluster out of nowhere. Especially when you're going this dry on them. Too bad that class XP can't be converted into something else when you already have the class max. How did I find out about 9/11? I was in like the second grade or something, or first grade. I think it was second grade, yeah, because I moved to the other area. But yeah, I think it was my first year in a new school, or the second year in a new school. I forget which. I think it might have been the first year. But yeah, nothing really changed much. I was just in class. Some people had to leave because people were scared for whatever reason. Like a plane would hit the school for, I have no clue why. But, so a bunch of people kind of got like, you know, were sent back home. But, you know, it just played out pretty much like a normal school day, just with like half the class missing. Oh, of course. I got this pet max and now we get it as a pet. Really? I literally just got that max the other day by spending a bunch of gems. And now we get an option to go get some for free. What a fail. Well, I don't technically need to do that pet then. Since we kind of already bought it to max for like 1,000 gems over the last like couple weeks. Into treasure maps. Oh, that would be such a troll move. Imagine if they did that. Like every 10 XP. Here you go. Have a treasure map. You definitely need this. I have enough treasure maps that I think it takes almost 100 hours for us to use every map we currently have or something. It's some kind of absurd number. We did the math on it at one point. I forget at this point, though. Once again, why on earth did I do that? That was a weird move. There's generally no point in doing that unless I can cascade into green-blue. Like, noticeably on the board, cascade into green-blue. Come on, gnomes, where are you hiding? Still need like 7 more, I think. 7, 8. Hello, Tots! Welcome! Oh, we already have a kill. Do you know when the next beta will be reworked arena will start? I do not know. I'm not sure what the current status is on that. Though I'm definitely curious to see how it pans out. It should be pretty soon, yes. If they're beta testing it, it should be right around the corner. Has she not requested for beta testers on stream yet? I haven't been catching her streams lately. I'm still in the previous group from the previous beta test, which I assume they're just going to use again. Oh, she said so last stream. Wait, it's active right now? When you say it's on? I need to go double check the thingy thing then for it. I hate when it's not posted on the forum because that's normally how I know. Because I don't check Discord like at all, barely. Well, I might have still been invited. It's just they might have done it through the Discord, which I generally don't check like ever. Or at least very rarely. I like almost never use Discord. Very, very rarely do I use Discord. Can you not hear? The audio should be fine. It might be a little low, but because I have my audio balanced a little bit low. But it should be fine. I just need to turn up volume a little. But the main reason I have it balanced a little bit low is just so the sound of the laptop or fan, if I have it on or something else, doesn't get picked up by the mic. Yeah, we go for Explosion. Luckily we got that last little bit of mana there. Otherwise it would not have been full. Oh yeah, I haven't been checking the thingy on my Discord that often. I really need to more often. Like, I literally made a thread where people can ask me questions there, and they're like all going unanswered now, probably. I should probably get to that. Like, on stream, I can very easily do it, which is the most optimal kind of way to do it. And if people ask in comments as well in videos, I can normally get to them. However, YouTube's notification system for that is pretty bad. The best way to always contact me with a question or, you know, related to Gems of War concerning something is generally on stream. Because I almost never miss them. Especially if you spam it a couple times. Well, you know, not spam, but, you know. I would generally end up seeing it over the course of a stream. Normally immediately. Not immediately after a little bit. Also, we should be like 7 gnomes or less away at this point. I'm starting to lose track. And I can't even check now because we got a pet there. Unless we actually go do the pet. But yeah, speaking of that, let me go check the Discord. Let me go check the official beta Discord thingy. Unless they're literally going to make a new Discord every single time for it. But I know for sure I'm still in the group. I noticed yesterday, that, or the other day I was. That's actually how I contacted Kafka. Because I didn't know her Discord and Salty didn't know it offhand. So I just checked the beta Discord and it was like, oh yeah, there she is. It didn't seem like the beta was up when I checked it there. Let me check the forum. Let me check that. Let me see. Gemsofwar.com. I was just on the forum, but I wasn't paying attention to see if there was a thingy there. They announced it there last time still. I'm not sure if they did this time. Yeah, there's no post thingy on it. Let's see. Yeah, nothing there. Check the Discord though. Oh no, we are in the group for the next beta thingy. Oh no! Wait, we were just in it earlier though. So we were kicked from it. Gasp. I guess I actually did need to sign up for the next one, apparently. Potentially. I just assumed they would do it like the other one where it'd be automatic. I can still try asking. I was literally in the group the other day when I contacted Kafka. Because that's how I was able to contact Kafka and get codes, like, literally, like, 2 days ago. Or 3 days ago, whatever it was. It's just not showing up in the thing. Because I put it in the folder, which had 4 items in it, and now there's only 3. My guild, the YouTube channel chat, and then the one for the bot for the other thing. And then the other one was for the beta tests. So, yeah, we're not in the beta test, apparently. Not sure. This guy plays too much Fall Guys to test anything. True, though. Though I think we're more than halfway there to getting every cosmetic in the game in Fall Guys at this point. Yes, if you play too much Vault Event, you will definitely always constantly hear the gems moving, that is for sure. What do we need here? Doesn't look like we have any good moves, so if in doubt, cast Leprechaun. This is too few green. In which case you would actually manually take a green or a blue. Very rarely would you have to do that, though. It has to be like 7 or less green, I would say. Even on 7 you might be able to get away with it, depending on how many blues are near them. Well, on 6 or lower, you tend to have to manually take a green or a blue. Since there's a better chance that you get full mana off of that than exploding. Though technically you could do the math to figure it out. It's however many green blues you explode divided by 2 needs to be at least 6. However, the amount of time it would do to fully figure that out is normally not worth it compared to just casting or just manually taking a 3. Like right there, we would have went for a 3 if we didn't have that 4 times there, because of how the board was set up. However, this is plenty enough to go and explode. Stop giving them more HP. That can actually be a bit dangerous if it gets too many extra turns. It gives 5 HP to all goblins per extra turn, which is generally its entire team, which is 20 whole durability. And while that happening once or twice, I believe it's not enough for them to go out of kill range. It happening a few times more than that, like 3, 4, 5, is enough, I believe, for them to outlive. It's very unlikely for them to get that many extra turns, though. But it can happen. It's one of the only bad things about the stealth, though generally it almost never happens. And the benefit of having the green storm just outweighs the downside. Because this is the only kingdom in the game that can trigger a green storm at start of battle without you needing to have a green storm at start of battle. That reminds me, I never did contact the support for Gems of War to see if I can get the $70 of Switch transferred over to the main account. Because I believe that's another VIP level if I can get that switched for next season. So we'll have VIP 7 then. I'm not even sure what the VIP 7 reward even is. But might as well switch it over if we can. See if it can happen. I never did bother asking it. Pretty sure the answer is no, but it doesn't hurt to ask. Because that should be VIP 7 if it is a yes. Because that'll be $30 plus the 70. I think that's enough to go to the next one. What even is the reward? It's probably something useless. Let's see. The difference is 25% souls, an extra glory key per day, and that's it. So yeah, it's useless. However, I still want to try. Also, it might not even be enough to cover it. Because what does that come out to? 70, 100. I forget. How many VIP points is $100 worth? It is worth 500. Yeah, actually it won't be a level. Never mind. It'll be close to a level, but it won't be a level. It'd still be off some. So how much longer do we have on the pet? We could always just do it real quick. Let's just quick kill it real quick, I guess. So we can see how many more we need for the next Volky. Figures we'd get this pet when we already have it maxed now. Went out of our way to go max it, and now it's like, nope, already max. Or already, yeah, already max. And it won't have as much of a purpose now. But oh well. This could have saved us a couple hundred gems. I had no way knowing we'd get it today. Well, generally speaking, you will get a lot of pets during a Vault weekend. Ideally, ones you don't have maxed, though. Or just recently maxed, which is even worse. Because we went out of our way to go get it. We need a hit. Annoying resummon. The very annoying resummon. Oh, I hope you can get the last 2 niches for your medal. That'd be a good goal to reach for. Though Explore 12 is a little bit slower for gnome rate. It's about twice as slow, but you still get gnomes during it. Yes, we've only gotten 1 Volkey so far. We're a little dry. We are a little dry on Volkeys. And our default one is coming up pretty soon. Our next default. That's actually why I'm doing pet battles right now, to see how many more we need to get our next default key. And then we'll be handing out a code once we do end up reaching that milestone. Okay, 2 more. Let's see. We'll go for the convert there. There we go. And we only got 1 copy of it. However, the reason we did it was so we could see our thing, and we still can't see our thing. Okay, maybe if we do a battle or 2 or 3, maybe it'll change it. Let's see if it shows us the data now. How many more Volkeys do we need? Oh, we still need 8? Gosh. Our gnome rate has been going horrible then. If we need that many. Still. Where are all them gnomes hiding? They're hiding very well today. You know you're way below drop rate if your pity key number by the end of the week is higher than your, or by the weekends, is higher than your actual Volkey number. Hello, Vital, welcome. Another useless drop, but still a gnome towards a counter. 7 more. Nothing again, so let's go for explosion. Oh no. I'm gonna do this just in case. You actually got a hit on this. So I wasn't sure if that'd be enough damage after. A little poke there. You just took out almost like half my armor. Oh, there we go, 6 more gnomes to go. That's what we want to see. What we really want to see is Epic Volkey though. That is not a Volkey or an epic Volkey. Drawing some dragons. I didn't even realize that was one of the things that pop up there as the loading screen. That's funny. Also, we are 1 mana off. That's awful. Wasting a whole turn to have to take a 1 mana. Which counts for a lot of time, given that how quick the battles go. Waste like a second or two. That's like 10% of the whole battle. Or the whole loop as far as the battle is concerned. They wouldn't have gone full mana there. Luckily, cascaded into a green, though. One of the benefits of Green Storm. Actually, did we even have a Green Storm that time? Because we don't naturally start with it. We only have it if they have it. No, I don't think we actually did. That still helped. No, Green Storm didn't get into anything. But it is helpful for increasing chance of extra turn and everything. Main reason we're using Archmagus now is for the purple burst if we want to go down the weapon route if we need to. Can still save some time. Like right now, for example. Yes, we'll still be doing the nightly stream. Stream we're currently doing right now will probably only be going for about 1 more hour. But as far as later tonight, we will be streaming the same time as always, 7 hours from now, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be going for an hour or two then, doing basically what we're doing now. Trying to get as many gnomes as we possibly can. Finishing out our dailies that we haven't done, and hopefully getting a epic Volkey, and if not that, at least some amount of normal Volkeys. That's pretty much the game plan. About 1 more hour right now. Grab a lunch dinner. Do a few other things, and later today we'll be back at our normal time as always. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 7 hours from now. And then we go for another hour or two. That is the game plan. Oh, take a blue there. But yeah, gnomes are really hiding from us today. It's still above normal rate as far as, you know, compared to no event. But we're definitely doing pretty bad as far as overall rate, though. On both Volkey finds and just normal gnomes. I think the same thing happened last weekend as well. Not exactly like this. We're definitely doing worse than last time. But it was the one rare occasion where Saturday actually did better than our Friday last of time around. I know, with how lucky we got on that last mythic. We got way too lucky on that last mythic. We got it as early as we possibly could. We got it on the first 50 open. We saved a lot of keys from that. We're sitting on almost 1,500 gem keys because of it. No, more than that. 1,668. Because the most recent mythic was obtained within 50, and the previous one before then was obtained slightly below drop rate. I mean, above drop rate. Or, yeah, below drop rate. I was right the first time. I think it took like only a couple hundred or something, or several hundred. Whereas sometimes you could take over 1,000, of course, or multiple thousands. But even though we're in a surplus right now, it only takes one mythic being super unlucky to completely destroy our gem key stack. That was an instance where taking it for the surge chance was worth it. Unfortunately, we did not surge. Is it worth it to use a class that has +5 gold per turn talent for this? It would give you a little bit of extra passive gold, yes. You could do it. You could even do it with souls as well if you really want to. It's not that many resources, but they add up. Generally, you're only going like 1 or 2 turns, though, so we're talking very small values. Right now, I'm running with a lot of purple so that we have the Doom Scythe option so that we can win slightly quicker, as our main goal is winning as quickly as possible. And the current hero class we're doing allows us to win as quickly as possible. The other alternative would be anything with Green Storm. Oh gosh, we got 50,000 gold from him. Nice. That's actually his biggest gold drop. It's pretty much like a Cedric gold drop. I think a Cedric goes up to 60,000. But a normal gnome has a very rare 50,000, which we actually just got. Which is its highest gold drop off a normal gnome. So that's not too bad of a drop. Though gold is not as enticing as some of the other drops that it has, but still better than nothing. Still one of his rarest drops. Oh, what do we need here? Oh, there was a 4 times green I didn't take. Whoops. So I feel like I need a stretch. Okay, let's see. What do we have? Keep going. No 4 times. Do another instance we're taking a 3's worth it. But at least a couple hero classes that have both Green Storm into 5 gold per turn if you wanted to run that. If I'm not mistaken, Archer has it. Which might be one of the better ones to run. Is Archmage any faster class than the other for Rowan team? The quickest you could have is either Green Storm or Archmages with Doom Scythe. Which one is actually quicker, I do not know. But they are both similarly quick. Oh yeah, Warden has a 2 plus a little bit of extra armor gain. I think it has like a total of 10 extra armor too. You generally won't need that extra boost though. Oh, hey, you can still help. Because it has 5 armor off a perk and another 5 off of the final thingy. However, I forget if that perk overlaps the extra gold per turn. I don't think it does. If he did set something that had 5 gold per turn though, it's such a small amount. It's 5 or 10 per battle, which means per battle, if you were using a hero class that had 5 gold per turn, even with your bonuses, you'd only be getting like 30 per battle on average, somewhere around there. Obviously, that could add up given the number of battles that you're doing. But every single hour, it would only get you like a minute worth of gold or so. Like it would be really, really small, minuscule increase. Actually, it might not even reach a minute worth. Because if you're doing, let's say it's 30 per battle, which is being generous for it. Let's say it's 30 extra gold per battle from the 5 extra gold per turn. Because after all your bonuses and everything. That comes out to about, let's say 100 per minute, because that's 3 1/3 battles, which is pretty realistic for a minute. So at 3 1/3 battles, I'd be at 100, and then you times that by 60, so yeah, it'd be 6,000 gold per hour extra, which is basically a minute's worth of gold, if you use a gold farming method. Hey, it's still 6,000 more than you didn't have prior. However, that is an overestimate of it. It's probably even a little bit less than that. But if you had 5 extra gold per turn, it would be about 6,000. Likely slightly lower. Extra gold per hour. So probably not like super worth setting, obviously. But hey, it's 6,000, 6,000. No. I don't believe anyone's Rowan has enough damage, unless it has like 20% bonus on a given week. I don't believe it would, in the current state of the game, even be possible to have enough damage for Rowan to take Explore 4. I do not believe that is possible, currently. Five gems? Gosh, he always loves giving that 5 gem drop. I don't mind it, though. Not his best drop, not his worst drop. Definitely adds up. Over the course of a weekend, he probably gets so many 5 gem drops. He also has 21. But just his 5 gem drops alone is probably over 100 gems over the course of a gnome event. So it definitely adds up. Just a stream alone, we already hit like 20, 25, not more. A little bit of slow battle there. They happen. Also, when I said it gives about 100 over the course of the weekends, that's not counting what you get from vault keys. Because obviously from vault keys alone that you get from all of the vault keys you open, you can end up getting hundreds of gems just from that. Especially if a Cedric gives you any gems, because he does have a 100 gem drop and a 250 drop, which is now a 120 and a 300 due to the 20%, assuming you do them all at hard difficulty, which I'm pretty sure most people do these days. Because as long as you have like half decent stats, you should be able to take them. Even if you just have Meng with Titan, you could probably still take it. Might be a little bit harder to do, but at pretty much any point in the game, you could do it vault keys on hard difficulty. It might not be time efficient to do it too early in the game, but for 20% extra loot, it's probably still worth it. Also, after we get our next gnome kill, I'll see how many more gnomes we need for code. We should be pretty close, however, I'm not sure, because our gnome rate has not been the greatest. That is for sure. I'll check it now. Because we got tributes. Give us those gems. 19, nice, that's what we want to see. These are just the flashy things. Oh, we got some legendary tasks done, thank you, Isabel. Very nice. Get that one little cute legendary one. All the good troop art, like, are horrible troops. Why must he be so horrible? Okay, anyways, what was I looking for? I was looking for games. We need 3 more! Come on, 3 more gnomes! Then we'll hand out a code. Come on, 3 gnomes. We know you're out there. Hiding. Menacingly. Glacial Peaks. We can maybe give it a try. See if we can go armor up and one-shot Glacial Peaks. We'll give it a shot. Let's see. First I need to change the armor though. So we'll go to armor, we'll go to Glacial Peaks, we'll go to explore, we'll go bring it down to 4. And we'll go do it with Warden. Edit team, class, where's Warden? Make sure Warden has everything set correctly. For this we will need, first one doesn't matter. Second one doesn't matter. Third one we'll go for extra gold. Green store matters. Extra armor to green matters. It's not an elf, right? No, it's like a fae or something. So that doesn't matter. And the final one doesn't matter. Okay, let's go test this. See what happens. So this is Explore 4 Glacial Peaks. Okay, I did have enough for that battle. See if it's consistent. Oh, I might do it here then. If you can consistently get it done. We can get Explore 4 one-shots. Oh, this place has an Empower, though. Those are super annoying for time wasting. But we are one-shotting, though. Yeah, that's annoying. This place does have an Empower, which is a mechanic you generally want to avoid when exploring. I almost forgot about it because there's that one ice troop. The Daughter of Ice. However, if we get first turn win, it won't matter. There we go. 2 more gnomes to go. 100. Hey! We finally got the 100 shard drop. It does exist. We knew it did. We just never seen it ourselves. But there you go. There's his rarest drop. That is the rarest drop, not counting vault keys, that you can get from a Daemon gnome. 100 shards. His full drop table is 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and 100. And that was the only drop we have yet to see. 100. Also, I don't think we've seen 45. I'm not actually sure if 45 is a drop. That was kind of just an assumption based on all the other numbers. Not sure if we've actually seen a 45. It might just skip from 40 to 50. Similar to how it skips from 50 to 100. I don't think we got a 45. I can't recall. But I know for sure we've seen a 25, 30, 35, 40, and 50, 100. And we finally seen the 100. I'm not sure if 45 exists. Kind of assume it would, but it might not. But yeah, we actually are one-shotting on Explore 4. Though this place is a little bit annoying, at least in the sense that you gotta deal with, what's it called? The Empower. Though very rarely does it actually show up. So far I actually have 100% consistency at it too. So yeah, it does seem like it would actually be able to kill everything here. I'm just concerned about the Empower because if it ever gets a cast off, it wastes about 2 or 3 seconds. However, it is yet to actually get a cast off, though that doesn't mean it won't. Also, doing Explore 4, or any higher Explore for that matter, is only worth it if you 100% of the time can 100% consistently kill. If there's even a small chance that it won't kill, it is not worth it. Oh, one more gnome. Or one gnome after this gnome, that is. Oh wow, another big gold drop. Nice. 30,000. Oh no, we got the Empower. Luckily we got the free extra turn, so it won't matter. Hopefully we can always get an extra turn to counter it out immediately. But yeah, you're right, we can one-shot it. We're going to lose a couple seconds here, though. Oh, nope. Luckily we got saved by an extra turn. Yeah, this doesn't do too much of a difference. However, we have ever so slightly higher rarity for shards. Or for tokens that we get. And we're getting 0.5 times more gold. Which is bringing our gold to almost 1,000 per battle. Compared to 700 something, I think, or 800 something. I forget what we were getting before. I think it was like high 700 something. Now we're getting like mid 900 something. Seems to be getting scroll distracted a lot instead of casting. It's Empower, which is good for us. Very good for us. Too bad Rowan can't do Explore 5. Because Explore 5 is actually worth double the trophies. And it kills quicker than Phoenicia. Phoenicia is still very quick though. I had to take the blue because there was enough green on the board. Come on, one more gnome. Then we hand out code. Luckily, this kingdom doesn't have any other annoying mechanic, like 25% revive or something. Seems to only have 1 empower as the only bad thing it has. And more often than not, it doesn't actually get to act it. I think I only got 1 cast out of it so far. Well, that could easily change. Yep, there it goes. As you can see, it wastes a little bit of time. It's not like a huge amount of time. But if it does that like every few battles, you can start losing quite a bit. But yeah, it's pretty much an extra free 200 gold per battle. It seems what it's coming down to. Because if I go back to the other Explorer real quick, it's going to be a 700 something. Whereas right here, we're getting basically 950 pretty consistently. Actually, that time we even got 1,000. It seems to be averaging around 950. But let me see. If we go do Zasian, for example, see the gold difference. Yeah, that's the main difference that we're going to be getting. The token difference is so minuscule that it's almost none. But the other one's giving about a 950 to 1,000 or so. And this one's giving a 664, it looks like here. And then, is this actually averaging towards the 600s? I thought it was closer to 700s. That's a decent amount of extra gold then. That's like almost 300 extra gold per battle. It's actually a little hefty. That definitely adds up. Oh yeah, that time we got an 882. Yeah, why was the other one so low? That time we got an 822. Oh, did we not cast Leprechaun? That was why. I think we took it 4 times. Let's make sure to cast Leprechaun once and exactly once. Alright, let's see. How much do we get this time? Let's see. Where's my gold? Why won't it let me scroll? I hate when it glitches out like that. Well, I guess we won't be able to see it then. To the next battle. Let's cast Leprechaun exactly once. No more, no less. Oh yeah, that's what I thought. We get if we cast them once, we get mid 700s. And if we cast them once in the other situation, we get mid 900s. So yeah, we're getting basically 200 extra gold per battle by doing Glacial Peaks. That definitely adds up. 200 extra gold per battle. We're doing at minimum 3 battles per minute. That's 600 gold per minute. And that is 36,000 gold per hour. That's a pretty hefty amount. Getting 36,000 compared to not getting 36,000. It adds up. Given that we don't have to do really anything different other than have to worry about power. And also we don't have Greenstorm, but actually we do have Greenstorm now. Since we're actually switched out our hero class. So yeah, for 36,000 extra gold per hour, just have to deal with 1 in power isn't that bad. Because that 1 in power shouldn't slow us down too much. Over the course of an hour, it'll probably slow us down by 30 seconds to a minute. Probably closer to a minute. It depends how many extra turns you can get on it. Like right there, we got an extra turn, so it didn't even get to act out of it. It also seems to get skull distracted pretty often if there's a skull on the board. And of course, it doesn't show up every battle, just some of them. Also, eventually we'll find this final gnome. At least the final until we hand out a code, that is. Oh, there it is. Alright, let's go hand out a code then. I'll just make sure we got our vault key. Said on the next pity key we would hand it out. Oh gosh, he loves giving gold all of a sudden. That should be a 3rd vault key. Yes it is. There we go. Nice. Okay, let's go update our number. And let's go hand out a code. We're now at 4 vault keys. 1 we found, 3 from pity. Also, we're like almost 2 hours dry without a vault key from normal drops. Which is an absurdly long time to not go without a key. Anyways. Luckily, just the pity keys. Let me go hand out code. Let me go find a code. Good thing we already have Discord open because I haven't put it over to the forum yet. I forget if it was this one or the other one. I don't have them marked because I'm copying them off the full list. I'll check both of them then. I'll check the top one first, just in case. I think we might have used this one already. The answer is yes, we have. So let me go grab the other one then. So we're down 4 codes already. Since we hand them on out every stream, or Gems of War stream that is. Obviously other games we don't hand them out on. We haven't sometimes in the past, but these days we just do it only on Gems of War streams. But there you guys go. use that on gemswar.com for the game code section, or simply click on that link. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Whatever game says right over there in the bottom left corner is what you put in. Redeem code is right over there in chat. It's copy paste of random numbers and letters starting with WC. And gives the same reward as always. True treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. There you guys go. It's only usable on PC mobile version of the game. If you're on console, you cannot use them, unfortunately. Let's go back to the farm. I'll go for about another half an hour or so. And hopefully we'll get more Volkies within that time, because gosh, our number is doing pitiful right now. As far as naturally found Volkies. However, our number was lacking behind almost all of last weekend as well, until like 6. I think it took us until 6 until it started finally taking over. And then it started shooting up. Because we got really lucky the second day of it. Still only give me 1 token. Come on now. I know you can give us 2 in that threshold. I forget what the minimum is that you end up getting 2 100% of the time. That's a pretty good exchange rate for whatever category that does end up start happening at. We'll check it on the next one. I completely forget what explore level you need to automatically get to. I think it's around 7. I don't think Venetia can reach, unfortunately. The default 2s. If she can, it might actually be worth going for then. I don't think she can though. Because I believe Explore 6 is the highest you can do with her, and I don't believe Explore 6 is a default 2. I think it's like 7 or 8 for the default 2. Pretty sure it's 7. I'll check in a second. You've been lurking for a while? Well, hello, Jeanette. Thanks for the code, no problem. And no problem for the videos as well. Glad I could up. And if you have any other questions, feel free to ask. And no problem for the code, everyone else as well. Okay, where's the default for 2? 10. Oh gosh, that is deep. That's even deeper than I thought. And 8 is the earliest you have a chance at 3. Yeah, Phoenicia can't reach either of those. Not even close. Drock Zoom has lowest HP. Does it? Yeah, difficulty 7 would be rather interesting with Phoenicia then. However, it doesn't reach the next threshold thingy. That'd still be a pretty hefty amount of gold for the ratio thingy. We can give it a try. Let me go see. Can you actually Drock Zoom 7 with a Phoenice? Let's see. Continue. Update to magic. I feel like she wouldn't have enough damage. We'll give it a shot though. I'd be very surprised if this can one-shot. I don't think she can reach. Oh, never mind. Spell reduction from it made it impossible. Oh yeah, we got spell. Oh no, that thing has stone skin right now. I just want to check real quick though. Because this doesn't have anything that has spell reduction. I don't think that's enough damage though. Yeah, the Lithian troops, even if they don't have spell reduction, have higher durability. It's not possible anymore. They get in the way. Nope. They get in the way. Even when they don't have the high spell reduction, they have too high stats. So I'll switch back to armor and go back to Glacial Peaks then. Oh, that's not the team I wanted. You can metal her. Ha ha ha. True. That would have been enough if she was metaled. However, with spell reduction there, it wouldn't be enough. Let me switch back to Rowan now. good. Another gnome. You know you want to drop a vault or epic vault. 4 gem keys, still a pretty hefty drop. I am perfectly fine with that drop. For all we know, that could be better than a vault key if we get a super bad vault key, which is not uncommon. Hello, Jason! Welcome. But I'm not sure if I'm going to be going for Phoenicia as my first mythic that I medal. I'm leaning towards not doing it, but no, we'll see. We will see. By the time I even have enough to do it at 100% rate, meta might have shifted by then. My biggest concern with Phoenicia, it is very easy for her to become useless. It only takes one trip to come into the game to make her permanently useless. There's quite a few other things, regardless of what kind of troops they add, won't be useless ever. But Phoenicia is one of those weird troops where it just takes one better option being added for her to become completely obsolete in the entire meta of the game. Which is the biggest concern with upgrading her. Because she might short-term be well, but long-term be horrible. The vault key number means the left one is how many we found, and the one after the plus is how many we gotten from the pity keys. So we found 1 vault key and 3 of them are from pity. So we're doing pretty bad as far as vault keys. Oh, why did I do that? We already have full mana. The chance to get Nisha at Explorer 9 is so ridiculously rare, though. Like, you're more likely to get, like, 4 to 6 or whatever it was Nishas off of Explorer 12 than you are to get one single Nisha off of Explorer 10. Or Explorer 9, I mean. Like, the drop rate for it's absurdly low, even though it's technically a chance. But I'm pretty sure Explorer 12 is, like, 6 times its rate or 8 times its rate or something absurdly higher relative to Explorer 9. Which is why you never hear me talking about Explorer 9, 10, or 11. Just because the rate of Nisha and Anu is just so much higher for 12. Plus you get more shards from it. But yeah, in the current state of the game, you realistically can't hit beyond Stage 6. However, Stage 7 will eventually be one-shottable pretty consistently in a couple locations. Though we just need a little bit higher magic in the game for Phoenicia to have full consistency with it. And we would also probably need to be fully metaled, since that is 6 whole damage. Which can definitely close the gap on Explorer 7. Can it one-shot 7? I'm pretty sure it needs the extra 6 magic to have enough. to consistently get 100% of the time. Because I know when I've messed with it, it normally falls some damage short. Unless there's a super low durability kingdom I'm not aware of. However, Glacial Peaks you wouldn't be able to do it in because it has a red convert out into blue. So you definitely couldn't do it here. Oh, I did hit an extra turn. Nice. That works. But yeah, the extra 6 magic is 12 additional damage. That is correct. Because whatever magic she gets is essentially doubled. Do I have an alternative weapon for this team? Yes, literally anything. Though if you do use a different weapon, make sure to use a hero class with Green Storm. Actually, we're currently using a hero class with Green Storm, so never mind. But yeah, weapon can literally be anything. With the build that we're doing right now, actually, our weapon doesn't even ever cast because we're not using Archmagus anymore. But the front slot weapon can be literally anything, as long as it doesn't block Rowan's mana. Anything that doesn't block Rowan's mana can be put in first slot, and it will function exactly the same. I wish Phylactery didn't block blue on Rowan. Imagine getting free souls on top of it, like max soul capacity, and still be able to do Rowan. How long should you wait for next battle to clear out? You mean for the pet battle? I believe it already expired, but let me go double check. If that's what you're asking. Wait. You got like 1 minute left. It's at 0 seconds, which means it still has a minute or so. I'll let you know in a second. If you have a pet waiting. But yeah, wait 1 more minute. I'll tell you in a second. Let me do one more battle, and by the time it's done, it should be ready. We'll go double check after. Like, as soon as we cast, it should be ready, but let me double check. Okay, let's see. Are you ready to be taken? Okay, but it's good to take a pet now. If you have a pet gnome laying around. Unless we have a new pet coming next week. But, yeah, you can do the pet now. Isabel. The previous pet has left. Yeah, I'm pretty low on keys this week so far. This weekend. Been doing really bad on drop rate. It's still obviously buffed. But we're at the really lower end of the buffed. We're almost 3 hours in with 1 Volky found. You know, as far as actual Volkies, not pity. And our gnome rate's also below average. Also, that is not what I meant to cast. Whoops. Good, we got the Empower out of the way. One less thing to deal with. Another gnome. You know you want to have a Volky in you. I'll take either or at this point, gosh. And of course you give like one of your worst drops. Minor Trick Stones. Combined with even more minor straight stones and arcane. Stretchy stretch. Got a Yasmin. Keep going to getting one. Have we even gotten like a single 2 all stream? Feels like every time we only get 1 medal instead of 2. Not sure if the lower rarity actually has a higher chance of giving 1 compared to 2. I assume they were weighted evenly, but I'm not sure if they actually are. As far as the chance of getting 1 compared to 2. At the lower level range. 1 in 17 is its normal drop rate, though. We're pretty close to it. So that's not abnormal. I believe its actual drop rate's 1 in 15, if I'm not mistaken. When it's a gnome event, that is. A gem key, not the key we're looking for, but still a good key. Gotta replenish those 50 keys we had to use last Friday. Which we kind of already have, between the gnome drops we've been getting and the fact that we got a 24 drop of gem keys from that one key we used, or from that one vault key we used the other week on for Monday. Because when we used that single key, we got 24 gem keys, which was pretty insane. We got back like half the keys we used for the mythic. And in combination, we've almost gotten every gem key back from that one vault key and the gem keys we've been getting right now. We've gotten like 30-something gem keys between the two. Not a gnome, nice. Please give all the vault keys. We are so dry right now. That is not a vault key. That's not even your best soul drop. Tried for an extra turn off a sky, didn't get it. Hello, Herman. Glad you could join us live. We normally stream at night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that's depending on where you are in the world is like the dead of night, potentially, or some kind of weird time, which might be why you haven't caught it. However, on Fridays, we always stream Gems of War in the morning, or towards morning, afternoonish. Like it's 1:48 a.m., I mean p.m. by me right now. Eastern Standard Time. But yeah, every Friday morning we do Gems of War. And also on gnome weekends, like this weekend, we also do it on Saturday morning as well tomorrow. At the exact same time. Do you have any idea when they will be making an announcement? Upcoming content posts, October 2nd. You see there's nothing appearing on Terran's World. I'm not sure what you mean by that. It normally happens around times of updates. And next patch is likely by the end of this month. Which is probably why it only shows to October 2nd. Because there's probably an update around the time of next campaign. Either right before or right after. Probably right before. Given that next campaign starts on October 5th. Oh gosh. It's the only problem with this team. You get hit at all, you don't have enough damage to kill, do you? That's problematic on Explore 4. That could still be an issue even on any Explore level though. That'd be why then. Because Netherlands is like 5-6 hours ahead of me, I think. I actually forget. But when we do our normal nightly stream, it's probably like 3 a.m. by you or something. It's like the dead of night. Sometime in the middle of nowhere of night. How's our gnome rate doing? Oh, we got a new pet. It didn't even give me a notification for this. Or did it and I just didn't see it. Let's go get it. Switch to magic. And let's go to this pet. Okay, let's see. We want to go for Explode. And then Finis. And rinse repeat till we win. Unfortunately, it doesn't one-shot the last 2 sets, though. And sometimes you can't even one-shot the 6-1 either. You got more Celestial drops than keys. That's actually kind of rare. Assuming you mean off the gnomes. Because the 3 Celestial drop off a normal gnome is actually rarer than... it's actually one of its rarest drops, oddly enough. Even though it's not, like, super good. It is among one of its rarest. Like, it's almost the same category as the 50,000 gold we got. I think the 50,000 might be slightly rarer, though. It's pretty high up there as far as normal gnomes drops. Oh, you meant off of battles. Oh, never mind. I was going to say. Because that'd be very unlikely that that would actually happen. Getting Celestial off of him more than keys. Because it is pretty much his rarest drop, or among one of the few rarest. You got an epic Volkey off of that? Nice, Herman. Yeah, we're still trying to hunt for one. Still trying to hunt for our epic Volkey. We've been doing really bad on Volkeys this stream. Not counting pity, we have found one. We have found one. We are quite a bit below the drop rate, which is very, very unfortunate. I hopefully tonight and tomorrow we'll do a bit better. Of course, Sunday. But I tend to get most of the grind on Friday and Saturday. We'll take the skull for now. This cast will not kill anything. It's the only problem with casting. I was hoping we'd have alignment on this Doom Skull though. Which we didn't quite have, but we can still work with this. And dead. There we go. Does the level Explorer have any effect on spawn rate? No. The only thing that has effect on is how quickly you can win. Because the more battles you can cycle through, the more chances you will have to get a gnome. So whatever you can consistently one-shot 100% of the time is what you should be running. The highest Explorer that you can consistently one-shot. And currently we moved over to Explore 4 because we actually can one-shot it. Not sure if it's that much more worth it though, but it is extra 200 gold per battle. It might be slightly slower due to the power there, but it's not that much slower. relative to how much extra gold we're getting. So at that point, we almost might as well switch to Phoenicia and just do Explore 6. Oh, Phoenicia is a bit slower than Rowan. Like per hour, it probably does 20 less battles per hour. Which definitely adds up. That's like a whole gnome. However, the gold race a lot higher with doing Phoenicia though. So it might just be worth doing Phoenicia. Might do a mix of every single method this weekend. Today we kind of did the Rowan methods. Maybe we'll try Phoenicia methods tomorrow, we'll see. Maybe it'll help our luck a bit better. I'm not sure what kingdom I want to run Explore 6 on though. I'm actually not sure of the full durability breakdowns of every kingdom. I used to know some of that info, but I haven't been keeping up with it with all the new troops coming in lately. Because obviously, every single time a kingdom gets a new troop, that can drastically change the way that it plays out. And I don't keep up with it like literally every time a new troop comes out. Not to mention factions can do a really big total onto a kingdom. They will do it to Zolkari. Zolkari will be like a useless kingdom soon. Though currently, I believe it is a pretty low durability location. There's going to be a really annoying one once it has 100% revive. It will basically have the same ultra annoying mechanic Roshnok has. The other problem it currently has is I believe it has 1 or 2 25% revives on death. And generally, you'd want to do a location that has 0 25% revives on death, ideally. Because, gosh, are they annoying. And your turn, there you go. Come on. I ideally want at least one more Volkey before we end. There's a chance we won't get one. There aren't any good to farm kingdoms left. Yeah, almost every kingdom has one bad mechanic. Like even right now we have to deal with Empower. And also that Empower makes it so you can't Phoenicia here. Because it gets rid of red, and that's like the whole boost ratio you need for Phoenicia's damage. There's like a whole difficulty level of damage that it gets rid of. $6,000 gold. He really loves giving gold today. Normal gnome. Maybe he sees we're trying to improve our gold rate slightly. And he's like, hey, have even more gold. Also, it looks like we gained almost a whole level worth of XP during this stream. Where were we at earlier? I think we were like a little bit past the XP bar. So we pretty much gained a whole level worth of XP in a stream. Slowly but surely we shall reach that 1,600. Only 18.5 levels to go. Very close. By the end of this weekend, we might be with only 5 away. Maybe even less. Or not 5 away, but 5 levels achieved. Which would be 15 away. And we still got 2 to 3 more Vault events this week, this year. Another one in October. Another one in late November. And I'm not sure if the December one would go to early January or actually be in December. Depends where it falls. Not sure if we can currently see that far forward. We might be able to after next patch. I don't believe we currently can. Actually, I'm not even sure we could see what next one is. It was very likely to be mid-October. Let me see, Terran's World. If I can type. Okay, we got it. Let's see, when's the next vault? Nope, we can't even see the next one. Though based on dates, it's very likely to be mid-October. Also, this is the first year I think we've missed 0 Vault events. At least compared to last year. Gosh, I think we missed 4 Vault events last year. Absurdly high number. Like almost every single time something would come up in one way or another. And Orpheus are up. And we'll probably go for a few more sets then. Probably after one more gnome at this point. Knowing how long some of these will take. After one more gnome, I think we'll call it a stream for now. Hopefully he'll give us our epic Volkey. Very doubtful. Exceedingly high doubt. But we'll be back in 6 hours from now once we do finish up for now. And I'll be doing pretty much the same thing. As we will pretty much all this weekend. Because, yeah, I gotta get on that grind. Well, we got the pity keys and everything else. Even if we get no drops, with the amount of time that we played last time, we got 8 pity keys. And we are very likely to hit the same threshold this time around as well. So, even if we do horrifically bad on normal keys, we will still leave this weekend with like over 10 keys. So that's not horrifically bad. Obviously that could be much better. But 10 Vault keys over the course of a weekend is still not horrible. Ideally we'll be doing way better than that though, but still. 10 is 10. Yeah, the pity keys was a really nice new feature. It is probably one of the biggest resource increases that have ever been added to the game. I don't think they've ever added one that was bigger. Technically tributes, however, tributes were added when they took away another really good method. So technically that wasn't necessarily an addition. However, Vault keys, as far as them not taking anything away and just giving us resources, the new Vault key event system is the biggest increase they've ever done to overall loot in the game. Not to mention, they also added a 20% bonus to it, which is pretty much free. Just takes ever so slightly longer. So that was really huge when they ended up doing that. Though the stream could still go for another hour if it takes us that long to find a gnome. Gosh, it's realistically not going to take that long, obviously. Should be like 5-10 minutes. But with our luck, could take forever. But yeah, we must have used up, someone joked about it earlier, but I'm pretty sure we used up all of our luck to get the most recent mythic. And we have depleted it. So now we don't have any luck for our Vault event. We depleted every last bit of luck. So honestly, I would prefer... Oh, there's our gnome. I would prefer to have the luck on the mythic anyways. The amount of resources that you save from getting it that early is insanely high. Like, if you break down the value of every gem key to 9 gems, and the fact that it takes normally about 1,000 gem keys, we saved about 9,000 gems worth of gem keys, which in itself is insanely good. And he gave us the highest soul drop. Unfortunately, not a Vault key. But anyways, guys, any other questions? Any other things you want me to go over? This thing keeps popping up. It is a pretty good offer. We're not going for it, though. It's 3 Vault keys for $2, and you get a little bit of gems with it. Oh, some other people doing tasks. Thank you, everyone. Greatly appreciated. We got a Kraken as well. That used to be pretty meta in the current state of the game. Pretty bad. And, of course, we got 3 pity keys. So, 4 total Vault keys so far. Almost all of them from pity. But, hey, pity is still a Vault key. Doesn't matter if it's from that or a random drop. A Vault key is a Vault key. Anyways, any other questions, anyone? Otherwise, we will be back in 6 hours from now. We will be doing, well, same thing. Pretty much that and getting around to dailies. There's not really and there's no new content this weekend, so nothing to go over in that regard. Just a bunch of grinding and getting resources for future stuff. But anyways, guys, hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Stay safe out there. Best of luck with the Vault event. Hopefully, I have better luck than I do. And I will catch you guys very, very soon. Have a great weekend. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, as always. Greatly appreciated.